Morning student, myself Dr. Shweta Tiwari, Maharaja Grace International College. Today we are discuss process costing under cost accounting. As you know, cost is a process to ascertain the price of any product. Now, process costing is a use to ascertain the cost of each stage of manufacture where material is passed through various operations to obtain a final product to result with byproduct in many cases at different stages means such type of product which are produced homogeneous products and the unit produced are identical and standardized. The unit of any one process are indistinguishable from each other. So, process costing helps to find out the each unit cost or total cost of each unit, or with the help of process costing we can find out total cost of individual process. Actually, process costing is a special branch of costing used by manufacturing industries. This type of industries where production passes through various processes where raw material convert to finished product. Process costing is a method of allocating manufacturing cost of product and to determine an average cost per unit. As per definition, process costing is a method of costing whereby costs are charged to process of operation and averaged over unit produced. According to Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, the costing method applicable where goods or services result from sequence of continuous and repetitive operations or processes. Costs are averaged over the unit produced during the period. It means raw material convert to finished product and that process is assigned or ascertained by that costing which are known as process costing. Actually, process costing applies where many steps are present during the production like oil refineries, paint manufacturers, beverage manufacturers, soap industry, chemical industries. Companies that produce a homogeneous product on a continuous basis and use process costing to accumulate, track, and assign cost to features of process account. A separate process account is prepared for each process where all input and expense are recorded in the debit side and losses and output are recorded in the credit side. The output of one process becomes the input of next process and so on until the finished product is obtained. When the goods are sold, the amount will be transferred to the cost of goods sold account. When the goods are completed, they will be transferred to finished stock account. It means one more thing is added on that costing, goods sold account and finished stock account. If goods are sold, then transferred to goods sold account, and if goods are finished during the process of production, it is transferred into the finished stock account. Now, as I said, I hope you all are understand what is process. Now, move on to preparation of process account. How we can prepare process account or how we can find out the per unit cost, the total cost of individual process or individual step of any product. First of all, we have to prepare process account with normal loss account, process account with abnormal process loss, process account with abnormal gain, valuation of total cost and per unit cost. Actually, these are the basic important steps or basic important accounts of process. And each process has individual account. Means in every process we have to prepare process account. Now, accounting for losses and gain in process accounting. As you know that many losses are there during the production. It is normal or in general that yes, process should be there. Two type of process loss are classified: normal loss and abnormal loss. Normal loss is a loss which is unavoidable, or you can say it is generally occurs through evaporation, shrinkage, breakages, spoilages of various reasons. Some raw material has by nature it evaporate. That in generally, these are normal wastage or occurs due to normal process. It means normal wastage is one which identical to production due to unavoidable situation. It means we cannot avoid that type of loss. It occurs. And scrap. Sometimes normal loss may have some realizable value. Then it is called scrap. Some scrap realized. Okay. Now abnormal loss. Abnormal loss is a loss which is arise due to abnormal causes or unforeseen factors. It occurs eventually. It arises due to such cases which is generally not experienced in the ordinary course of action. These type of losses are called abnormal loss. It occurs due to sickness of machine, natural calamity, fire, stolen, etc. The loss on account of abnormal wastage is not borne by production but by profit and loss account. It adjusted by profit and loss account. Now, abnormal gain. Actually, abnormal gain is a situation where actual output is more than the input and normal losses. The normal wastage is an estimate only. The actual wastage is more or less than the normal wastage. If actual wastage is more than the normal, it is known as abnormal wastage, as we already discussed. But if the actual wastage is less than the normal wastage, it is known as the abnormal gain or abnormal effectiveness. The abnormal gain is also calculated in the same way of abnormal wastage. The difference is that the abnormal wastage is shown on the credit side of process account, and abnormal gain or abnormal effectiveness is shown on the debit side of process account. You can clarify your doubt with that given below chart, that what is abnormal loss and what is abnormal gain. After discussion of what is process, what are the account, how we can prepare different account, what is normal loss, what is abnormal loss, what is abnormal gain, move on to format of process account. Basically, account has two parts, debit side and credit side. In process account, all the expenses and material introduced are posted in that side also, and also abnormal gain is posted in debit side. Credit side, all the losses and unit produced, or you can say unit transferred to next process or second process with cost per unit. And how can we calculate cost per unit? Total cost of process means total of debit side minus cost of normal loss, if any loss or if any normal loss is present in that particular process, minus cost of abnormal loss if any abnormal loss is there, divided by total output. And how you can calculate total output? Total input minus normal loss in unit minus abnormal loss in unit. That is total input, and with that formula you can calculate cost per unit. And now process account 2. After preparation of process account 1 or after getting output of process 1, the output of process 1 is transferred to process 2. This is called transfer from process 1. This is transferred into debit side of process 2. It means the output of process 1 is input of process 2. Other than expenses of these particular processes debited like material, wages, production overhead and other expenses. Apart from these, if process having abnormal gain, then abnormal gain is debited. Then in credit side, normal loss, abnormal loss is posted. And if product have only two process or production is completed with two process, then finished product is find out in that particular process account 2 called finished product account, or these output is transferred into finished product account with cost per unit. And how we can calculate abnormal loss and abnormal gain? We can calculate these with the help of that formula. That formula is given below. Total input cost. Total input cost means total of debit side minus cost of normal loss. If normal loss have any scrap value, divided by total input unit, debit side of unit column minus normal loss unit. If normal loss is there, this is multiplied by abnormal loss or abnormal gain in unit, and with the help of this formula you can calculate abnormal loss or abnormal gain, and you can calculate per unit cost also. Now, how we can frame normal loss in account? Debit side and credit side, and both the side has some items, and that items are, first of all, if any normal loss present in process account, then posted in debit side. And if that normal loss has any scrap value, then posted into the credit side. And that normal loss is adjusted by abnormal gain. If you have any abnormal gain, that you can overcome that loss with that abnormal gain. And if you don't have abnormal gain, then these balance is transferred into the profit and loss account. Now, abnormal loss account, as same as normal loss. First of all, we post that amount in debit side, and if any scrap value is present, then scrap value is posted in credit side, and that balancing figure is transferred to the profit and loss account. Now, abnormal gain account. At the same way, abnormal gain account is maintained or prepared. First of all, we should transfer normal loss in debit side and abnormal gain which is present in process account in credit side, and that balancing figure is transferred into the profit and loss account. This is the process to prepare normal loss and abnormal gain account. Finally, I want to discuss the conclusion of that video, that what is process. As I said, that process is a costing of method which is applied to those industry where material has processed through various process, and for being converted raw material to finished product. These process has some rules, some tools and these tools are discussed in that video. Lastly, the process costing system provides the mechanism to survive in a today's price competing world. It facilitates the effective pricing. Through that process costing, we can calculate per unit cost, total cost of every process or every step. So thank you so much. Later on, we will discuss about opening closing stock and go down also. Many more things are left. So bye bye and be safe.